late game performance like this close to postseason?
Anytime you're up 17 and there's whatever it was left, and game got physical and we couldn't compete, and just got physical, and tried different ways to try to score, and we had nothing. Couldn't throw it to the post. Tried to open up the court, wasn't getting by people. But give credit to Tennessee. They could have gone away down 17, but that's Rick Barnes. I mean, he's a terrific coach. He never wavered. He kept telling them. Fulkerson killed us, obviously. We tried some different things. There was a couple where we were trying to trap and guys didn't go down. We're like, why didn't you go? I mean, there was a lot of stuff. But, you know, you're trying to win every game, but it's crazy. You just don't. And you have a dud like this, but don't make it about us. This is about Tennessee and how they played. They played physical. They went at Fulkerson. Fulkerson caught every ball. We caught none in the post. He then scored 27, made his free throws, and they made some unbelievable shots, some threes when they needed to. They just kept coming. We had our chances. It was a two-point game, a 1 point. I mean, there's a couple minutes to go, and it was anybody's ball game, but we kind of let it go.
Right here, second row.
John, you've coached against Fulkerson for 3 years now. How much different is he as a player than what you've seen before?
Well, he's just gotten better and better. He works really hard. He fights for everything. And he has a way of getting that shot up and off. I mean, he does. And he scored on Nick. He scored on Nate. He scored on each. We tried everybody. We tried trapping. We tried a lot of different things to slow him down, but he was a tough cover for us.
Cal, what did you make of, I don't know what was being said, but it looked like Ashton and Nick several times down the stretch were kind of going at each other after plays.
Neither one played particularly well, so probably telling each other, you're not playing well, and neither are you, neither are you, neither are you.
Did you have any concerns about body language there? It seemed like guys were kind of
mine or theirs?
Either.
Look, we've been on a heck of a run. This team has done a lot of good stuff, and the one thing we worry about is if the game is let to be physical, like Nick's getting, then we've got to learn to play in these kind of games. You have a lead. We came out of a timeout, or I had to call one. We're running a play to try to get something near that basket. We take a jump shot. Like, just shoot it. Like, what? And again, for all the guys, if you want that thing near that rim, just ask for it. We'll throw it to you. So it was total. I mean, again, you have a 17-point lead as a coach. You should win the game. Come on. We got manhandled. I got manhandled. It was this is one that, I know I got to watch the tape. I'm not going to look forward to watching this tape, but you got to watch the tape. Now we got another tough one. We'll go to Florida,
John, along those lines, there were a couple 3 rebounds that Tennessee got, offensive rebounds, putbacks late. Is that just an effort thing, or what did you see there?
Well, we fumbled, I think, 2 that were in our hands. And again, when it gets physical, you're not looking at the ball, you're looking at who's hitting you. And I'm not saying there was a foul. I'm just saying you got to learn to play through that. And then when we did rotate, our guards didn't crack down. There was a lot of breakdowns. I mean, I'll have to watch the tape. What I told them after, you got to learn from this, guys. You let go of one. You got to learn. And you got to take responsibility yourself in how you played. But they're all tied to each other. And I've said that all season. There's 2 things. If we don't play physical, we're not going to win. We won't advance. Second thing is this team is tied to each other. So when 1 or 2 of the guys don't play well, it affects everybody. And here's what I would say. Playing well doesn't mean you're shooting all the balls no, it means you're fighting, you're connected defensively, you're coming up with loose balls and rebounds, you're covering for each other, you're talking. When we do that together, we're a good defensive team. We're a pretty good offensive team. When we don't, or a couple guys don't play well, it's a hard deal. I mean, you know, we're not playing 10 guys. I'll tell you, played pretty good, Johnny Juzang. Now, he gave up 2 threes that I had to take him out of the game. We don't leave the corners. You guys know that. Been here 11 years. You don't leave the ball side corner. He left it twice for threes. So I had to take him out. But he was a +9. He was the one bright spot. I'll tell you, the other guy that was pretty good was Keon. Keon did some good stuff. And one thing you do as a coach, you normally, when things are happening, you'll go with guys that you know have been in those situations and made those plays, even though they're struggling. You're thinking they'll bust through. Then when you had to do it over again, you would say, if I'd have known this, I would have said, I'm going with these 2. But you don't know that. You don't know. You're in the normal situation for me is I would go with the guys that got you there and hope they bust through, and really they didn't. But let me say this. Don't take to come in this building and do what they did, Tennessee, come on now. To come in this building, be down 17 and come back and win, and I hate to tell you, win going away, come on now. That means they beat us by 25 in 15 minutes. What, they could have beat us by 50? I mean, that's, give them credit.
Cal, you guys have had several games this year where you had a 10, 15-point lead and let teams back in, but still won. Can your guys learn something different from not escaping that situation and having it actually come back?
If you're not willing to play physical, you're not winning. You're going to get in games, and there's going to be, they're going to let it go. Now you can, he's pushing me. I don't know what to tell you. Second thing is, it's the same coming off screens, going to the basket for layups. It's physical. You can't miss layups based on the fact that, well, the guy came at me and bumped me. What? You know, they didn't. They made them. We missed them.